Welcome to my barn. I've got the plans to turn this into the type of shop space that dreams are made of. But we gotta start somewhere, because despite me risking basically my entire net worth to buy a farm with enough space to bring my dream projects to life, doing so requires tools and machines and realistically a fuckload of 3D printers. But it's time to get started because let's be honest, the foundation is just gonna keep falling apart if we don't do something about it. I was like, oh, there's concrete right here. We could use that.
It was quick once.
It was too quick, you see? Just sitting there made it set. God damn it. In the long term, I'm talking about some serious machinery. We did get a manual mill that does need some repair, but it's 2026 now. We got CNC mills and CNC routers, and that's the type of shit that I want to be able to play with, okay? We need big boy toys. All right, right over here. Look at this. Is this not the perfect space for a full-size 4x8 CNC router? And just imagine what you could build with that. A completely custom bespoke kitchen, and you don't want to spend $40,000 on cabinets? You could even buy the materials from Home Depot and it still wouldn't cost nearly as much. And what better thing to put right next to it than a CNC mill? I've been looking at the Style. I honestly don't know how to pronounce it, but they make some freaking insane CNC mills, and hopefully maybe they might see this video too. Like, how cool would it be if we could 3D scan, then design and machine a custom part for, say, a project car? Wouldn't that be freaking awesome? Or a custom PC case, custom server case. All of these things are possible when you have the space to do it and the very expensive tools to do it. What have I got myself into? You're giggling away. What's going on here? Tell the audience what's going on, Andrew. Why are you giggling?
Well, there was just a real heavy VISE sitting
directly on the saw blade?
Yeah.
Who put that there?
That guy who dropped off the shelves, I don't know.
Speaking of forgetting things in relation to this saw, I guess they forgot the plug end. A couple bucks at KMS Tools and I can solve that. What I can't apparently solve is that I didn't check if there was a belt. Also, most assuredly, not in stock literally anywhere nearby. So, and then we can maybe clean up the top of this thing because I mean, it's basically the outdoors in here and it's full of moisture, which has made this rust, and the thickness planer they left rust, wood shaper, which is basically just a router stuck in a table rust. There's a joint here too. I mean, this one, it requires a bit more assembly, but it is also covered in rust. But don't worry, there is some good news. We got our shelving delivered today so we can set up the 3D printers I already have, the Makera Carvera, but also Prusa sent over not one, but 2 more Core 1Ls. That's my favorite single head printer. We even got the Creality Falcon A1. It's a laser thing. I asked them for a bigger one, but it was out of stock. So the bigger one's coming later. And they were like, look, we don't want you to not be able to laser some stuff, so have a little one in the meantime. Well, thanks, Creality. That's so nice of you. And there's one more thing. We got tools, baby. I raided my auto shop. So now I have an auto shop that has no tools. But at least I have tools at home. Please, Milwaukee, answer my emails. Please. Are we even gonna be able to roll this over there? Ah! 3, 2, 1. What? We did it. But all this stuff, it's not really gonna help us today because as great as it is to have, you know, nice sockets, what for working on finely depreciated European cars like I like to, we don't exactly have a hoist in here yet. Now, I am talking to a structural engineer about removing part of the ceiling here and opening it up so we can fit one. That's gonna take a lot of time. And honestly, I don't even know if this concrete is thick enough or, you know, strong enough to support a hoist anyways. But that's okay, because let's be honest, there's only 20 amps of power in this barn. And my hoist, I think, takes 40. We could put it in, but it's not fucking going anywhere. What is going somewhere is these shelves and these 3D printers. So let's get started on that. You know what, I lied. Look at me, already opening my toolbox. It was useful to have, all right? Look at this, we get some, oh, these aren't Knipex, what the hell? I'm sorry, Puya. I know you told me to stop using my teeth to open stuff, but you're not my mom, you're just my dentist and my friend. Property was like a hay farm, so the barn was used for storing hay. And as you can see, it has stored some hay. Basically done. I brought my miter saw over here because I was like, yo, I should cut a board just to cover up this hole in the foundation for now. And I touched the wall. Oh, it's just vibing. That's cool. What is this for? Huh? That looks like for hanging. Like, this is one of those things that would like come. This is not even content. Just like working on a car, man. There's a table. You can see the sanding marks, and there's lots of dust nibs. But this whole table was like 200 bucks US. I want to put the Carvera on one of these. Probably need a computer out here of some kind to run CNCs and whatnot. Oh, we have to give a pigeon update. The eggs hatched, so we have baby pigeons now, which means we definitely can't get rid of the adult ones because it's just a baby. But you know what you can get rid of? A lot of wasted time spent reviewing code, thanks to today's sponsor, CodeRabbit. Everyone's writing code faster than ever these days, but reviewing it, that's still a massive bottleneck. Fortunately, CodeRabbit's pull request and code review features have made it the #1 AI-powered app on GitHub Marketplace for exactly that reason. It basically acts as an automated senior engineer to help you cut your review time in half. And they're taking it to the next level with CodeRabbit's issue planner, which connects their industry-leading context engine, awareness of your code base directly into your issue tracker and allows CodeRabbit to plan out fixes based on issue notes, your code base, and your team's input. Then, when you're ready, you can hand it off to your favorite coding agent to execute and make a fix. Heck, they've even added multi-repo analysis so you can track context across your entire code base ecosystem and pre-merge checks to catch bugs and AI hallucinations before they ever hit main. It integrates perfectly with the tools you already use, and best of all, their free tier, it's got real value. So you can see why CodeRabbit is the code review GOAT without spending a dime at jacku.com/CodeRabbit, which will be linked down below. Time to scratch up the new tables. Oh boy. I always forget about these. For those that aren't familiar, this is the Prusa Core 1L. It's their flagship normal printer, but big. Shit. It has a giant 300 by 300 heat bed. Shit. 300 by 300, I think so. Yeah, it says right there. Oh, that means this chamber heats up to like 50 degrees in a very short amount of time compared to previous printers that they sold. That almost fully knocked me over. It also means the heat bed is a lot more consistent in temperature, so if you have troubles with warping filaments on bigger prints, especially with PETG. I printed this giant filter wrench on the thing across the whole bed, didn't peel at all, and the filament was wet as heck. And now I have 3 of them, which is so cool. I did a oopsie. That looks pretty cool. And we're not even done yet. Let that be light. Didn't press the power switch on. It's asking me to connect to Wi-Fi. That's a perfect time for us to talk about what the hell we're gonna do for internet out here. In the long term, I'm gonna end up trenching Ethernet or maybe fiber out here, or maybe doing a point-to-point dish, but I just need something for right now, and my initial thought was to use this, a unified Dream Router 5G Max. The 5G standing for the fact that it has 5G.
Cell towers are being used for mind control.
But then I remembered that waveform.com gave me this PepLink router and an unlimited data connection, as well as an antenna that we can actually mount to the outside of the building rather than trying to get good cellular in a building with a metal roof. Plus, it's an old barn, so... Oh no, I put another hole in the outside of it. Andrew! Yeah, it's probably straighter than it was on the side of the townhouse. I wish the cable was on the other side of the nail. There we go. Cable managed. Battery backup. I don't know how good the power is out here. It's really not the proper solution when you think about it, but like doing something a little gorilla
Pipes together strong.
just to like get it going. We can pretend like we don't have a 3 gig fiber on the inside. I can even cable manage. See, look. Right, one second. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh. Owie. Oh, look, that's minty there, bud. Oof. 7 down, 5 up. dreadfully slow. But for now, let's see if we can at least send a 3D print to one of the printers. If I can do that at least, I'm gonna be happy for now. Hey, it's working! Yes! That was... Andrew's ready to go home. We'll pick this up tomorrow. Oh! I 3D printed a ball. We were like, wow, this thing really bounces really good. And then I just bounced it and it exploded. What do we do now?
I mean, you could also unbox the laser.
Oh, that sounds like more fun. And fun we're gonna have indeed. Woo! Ooh. Oh, my smoke purifier. What? Oh! Oh! You're telling me we can't hotbox the barn? Ah! Jesus! This is a laser. This is only a 10-watt unit, which, I mean, 10 watts a laser you could do some cool stuff with, like etching and cutting really thin, not very dense wood, like basswood. This isn't the laser that's gonna be here in the long term. They're sending the 60-watt Falcon 2 over, which can actually cut some stuff. This is more for just like making cool pictures, kind of like a sign for the barn. Oh, hey, look at that. What are the odds the thickness planer works? It does have blades in it.
I wouldn't trust it.
You wouldn't trust it, but would you use it? Let's just turn it on and see if it throws knives at us. What is this plug? Important, this machine has been factory wired for 220 volt. So I don't think we're gonna get to run this today. You're just gonna have to get subscribed for the next episode of Screwing Around in the Barn, and where you might get to see if this thing works or not. But in the meantime, we'll let that run for a bit. Why don't we go see if the table saw works? I made what I would probably call an honest mistake earlier. I didn't look that closely because it turns out this thing does have a plug end. It's actually the machine side that's not connected. This is a machine we can run on 120 volts without doing anything crazy, and it's even got little wiring diagrams. I'm gonna re-strip these look like shit. This thing is like safe. I might as well be an electrician. I'm not an electrician. This thing has startup current. Ow, I just tapped my nut. But hey, it runs! Sick. I definitely need to figure out something for storing filament in here because I got a lot of spools. It sucks when you got like, you know, 80 or 100 grams of filament left. You don't want to waste it. You just gotta wait for a print that needs it. So we'll just store it forever, right? Now I have space to be a hoarder. It's time to put the Carvera in place, but this shelf and the floor is not level. Don't worry, I have a solution, everybody. Not going nowhere now, huh? We were just cleaning up this table, and I looked at this piece. Craftsman radial saw. Cool, radial saws are awesome. But where's the rest of it? Here's like what looks to be maybe the top, upright pieces, and then the bin that was in here earlier looks to be like everything else. So we got a whole ass radial saw. Here, let me show you what it's supposed to look like. It might not be the exact one, but it looks damn close. It's kind of like a sliding miter saw in a way, but you can cut some huge boards once you've put it back together because it's in a million pieces and assuming all the pieces are there. That's a project for later, Jake. F that guy. Ugh. Princess Auto special. For those of you in the US don't know what Princess Auto is, it's basically like Harbor Freight. I don't know how to mount it down though. Terrible idea. Let's use this drywall toggle as a washer. What happened to you, buddy? This is one of those things where you mount it down and hope that it's fine, and then if there ever comes a time where it is no longer fine, you will find that out at that point and you fix it at that point. Oh, I'm so stoked to have a VISE and 3D printers and a CNC and a baby laser cutter. Oh shit, it's done. I forgot about that. Oh, it smells so good. Completely and utterly not anywhere close to centered. Burning. Oh God, it is crooked too.
Reminds me of church or something.
What the fuck? It's cute, right? It might not have internet that works. What just happened? What was that noise? Crack. I don't know why I just did it like that. I was thinking about it as I was doing it, and then I was like, well, I guess I already committed to this. There's just one more machine we have left to try. This old Wilton bench grinder. I don't have the nut for this side. That's something we can solve. I don't know if it's gonna turn on, bro. It would be good to have this thing going. All right, switch bypass. Wish us luck. It works. Maybe the starter thingy is not happy, but it did spin up. Ta-da! Akron. Smell of quality. Does it have the wrong amount of teeth? Did I count wrong? Oh, that's the angle. I hate table saws, I'm not gonna lie. They terrify me.
This is the one that won't cut your finger. You touch it and it goes.
One of those tools where I will try to use anything else. That little piece of wood is like ready to just go. Cool, we got a table saw. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of building out the barn shop of my frickin' dreams. There's a lot of dreaming still left to do, as you can probably imagine. We did get the table saw going, we got the 3D printers going, we even got a VISE mounted, and we fixed the hole in the wall. Hit the like button if you liked the video, get subscribed, and maybe consider checking out the Patreon. Thanks to the Patreon people, subscribe to Patreon. Long road ahead of us.